Now, this is an old story, but I love this, kind of explains something. I'm working as a process engineer. It's an old plant that was built in the 40s. We built airplanes for World War II. Now, it's just a big single-level plant, huge, long, went forever. And so we're trying to rebuild everything, rewire it, and do stuff. So we moved all that heavy equipment out. And so we bought this big rod breakdown machine. It takes big copper rod. And this machine's about 30 foot long, 12 foot by 18 foot. Bought this brand new machine. I mean, we've sunk everything into it. This feeds the whole plant. This makes the wire for the entire plant. So we've had it for about, I don't know, just a few weeks. I get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's July, it's hot. Got a call, Joe, the rod breakdown machine is not working. You got to get in here. What's wrong with it? So I said, if you touch this, if you push this, check that. Yeah. Okay, I'll be in there about 20 minutes. So I get in there, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Big double doors where this machine sits at the back of the plant. Plant manager's there, the plant foreman, they've all showed up. And they're pushing buttons and slapping stuff and hitting it with a hammer. I said, I'm asking, have you done this? Yes, have you done this? So eventually it would get to this point. 95% of the time, my years as an engineer, I got to this point. Where's the handbook? And they would say, what? Yeah, every machine comes with a handbook. If you buy a lawnmower from Sears and Roebuck, it comes with a handbook. You buy a pickup truck from Ford Motor Company, it comes with a handbook. You buy a sewing machine from Singer, it comes with a handbook. Everything comes with a handbook. Where's the handbook? Men don't read handbooks. It's a waste of time. Half of it's in Spanish and French, and I don't know what that language is. It's too small to read. I don't read no handbook. Just plug it up and push the button, turn this thing on. We got stuff to do. And that's what they had done. And so I come in, so I finally I said, where's the handbook? We don't know. Well, you got to have one. It came with one. So it took about 30 minutes. We found it in the bottom drawer of the foreman's office and still wrapped in plastic. They had not even unwrapped it. This is a mega machine. So I'm unwrapping it. Now I'm sitting there, and so they think I'm a genius. I'm doing some sort of algebraic equation. They don't know what I'm doing. Well, every handbook, you go to the back of every handbook, and it has this section called troubleshooting. They don't know that because they don't read handbooks. So I'm reading, this is number 1, have you done this? Number 2, number 3, have you done this? It's either number 4 and number 5. It said, I'm not making this up, is machine plugged in? Now, I just laid the handbook down, so they're all still slapping on stuff over. So the machine's in the back wall. There's about 18 inches between it and the back wall. And so I'm looking down the back wall. I'm looking for either 220-440 plug. It's got to be back here somewhere. And there's tobacco spit and chewing gum and coffee cups. It's just skanky back there. Now, it's a lot skinnier back there. So I turned sideways. I eased down the back of that machine. I looked down the back. Sure enough, halfway down the back of that 30-foot-long machine, that plug's hanging halfway out of the wall. I see it. Now, they can't see me. They can't see what I'm doing. So I ease on down. I get to it and finally hit the plug, and I kicked it in. When I kicked it in, the machine came on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, Joe, it's working. It's working. All right, I'll be out just a little bit. So it took about 60 seconds to get back out, and they're all slapping me on the back, shaking my hand. I said, no problem, no problem. I said, if it tears up again, call me. Because you don't tell a grown man at 2:30 in the morning, hey, stupid, did you not check the plug? Because he's not going to send you a Christmas card. That would not go good. So Charlie McPhail was the plant CEO, and he's a great guy. He played football for Michigan State, and so I come in the next morning, and he called me and said, Joe, appreciate you taking care of that last night. I said, no problem, Charlie. He said, well, so what was the problem? I said, well, it was pretty simple. He said, well, is it going to happen again? Yes, sir, it's going to happen again. Now, I'm sitting in his office, and he throws his pencil. Doggone it, do we need to call the manufacturer? No, don't need the manufacturer. Well, what was wrong? And he's going to write something down. It's going to be deep, because I'm the engineer. It's got to be something deep. He said, well, what was it? I said, it was unplugged. And he looked up at me. I love Charlie. He looked at me and said, do what? He said, it was unplugged. I just plugged it back up. Now I work on commission. So he said, you charging us for that? Oh, yeah, I've already turned it into accounting. That's an expensive plug. I said, you know, your operator could have checked the plug. Your foreman could have checked the plug. Your supervisor checked the plug. They didn't. I checked the plug, and I'm expensive. And I'm very sensitive. That's what I share. I said, but I bet you I never have to check that plug again. So I got a new receptacle, and it fit tight. Now, the point of that story is, I tell people, everything you've ever bought on this planet comes with a handbook. You and I came with a handbook. Now, most people go through life not reading the handbook. I don't need no stinking handbook. Well, go ahead, big boy, get on out there. And that's why divorce courts just as packed with as many Christians as it is unbelievers. Prisons full of just as many believers as unbelievers. Just as many poor people and poverty as are rich people. I mean, it happens to everybody. Everything happens to everybody. There's no immune system on this planet. And so when I got put on this church staff, and they said, well, you're in charge of family, it didn't take long. I'm teaching that parenting seminar on a Sunday evening, that I realized everybody half the psalm, half the hymn, half an opinion. They quoted everybody from Grandma Moses to Uncle Buck, but nobody quoted the Bible. And I realized I found the problem. God says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We got to open the book up, people.